Hello again and welcome to another adventure with me, Anna. This is the Yorkshire WOLDS WAY walk, 79 miles, 127 kilometres. This walk was made in 1982 and we're doing it in 2020. So officially we did 81 miles on this walk and we did it within 48 hours. I mean, completely mad, but look, I am a little bit nuts. This vlog is about walking this amount of time through ups and downs, sweatiness, tiredness and determination. Hitting those marks, finding my strength, but remember, having a laugh. Not sure why Kelt ever agrees to come on these adventures with me, but he's a good friend for doing so. So yeah, this is my vlog. Hope you enjoy it. 81 miles in 48 hours.
Grace the cheeks of the wheezing priest, you seafaring Jonathans. Welcome to the Blind Boy podcast. How are you getting on?
Flapjack recipe is filled with dates, raisins, brown sugar, cherries, peanut butter, oats of course, golden syrup and stalk. This is like one of my favourite things to take walking with me. However, the recipe on the other hand, I just go by eye. So I tend to just get a tablespoon or a knife here and normally put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter or stalk, not butter, and then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar because the golden syrup is sweet enough. And I just kind of put the golden syrup, by eye, give it a lovely swirl, mix, let everything melt together in a pan, then add the glacé cherries, give that a bit of a swirl. Then I add the peanut butter. I just go by eye and how much protein of peanut butter I kind of want to put in. Clearly only put in 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in this one. Once again, kind of pat it down, give it a bit of a swirl. You swirl quite a lot clearly, don't I? Then the oats, once again, oats, I just go by eye. You want the consistency not to be too gooey or too sticky. Just kind of got to keep going. Just keep mixing all that up until you think, yeah, that's good to go. Okay, adding a few more oats in there. This mixture is so good for walking. I always have a massive boost of energy as soon as I've eaten this. So you just add it all together and then I put it into the oven for 30 minutes and then bring out to let it cool. Honestly, it's blooming cracking. Just packing up my stuff and then I've got my things for the morning. And I'll show you the things I'm taking. Of course I'll be back here. So it's not too bad, I don't have to carry too much stuff. So I've got one of my base layers. Honestly, I really don't spend that much money. This is a really old H&M one. Sports bra. At my Not the Safe route. This is another base layer just because I get really cold. Or I can just wear this as a normal top. And then my walking leggings because I don't really like to wear waterproofs. I find them just too restrictive. Socks, little hat, and my rains jacket. I really love this brand. I find that the water just slides straight off and it's windproof as well. it's 4 in the morning. I'm whispering because I'm on a street in Holland and I don't want to speak too loudly. I'm just going to have a cup of tea before we get going. This is silky and it was starting in Hull, doing the WOLDS WAY, so wish us luck. 3 days, I'm hoping we'll be going to do it in 3 days. Fingers crossed. We left at 4:30 AM from Hull and walked the 2 miles to the train station as we needed to get the 5:15 train to Bruff, which is where we were going to start our walk from. We couldn't start from Hesel because we would have added on extra miles, which we didn't want to do. So that's where we started, Bruff to Welton, because Welton was where the beginning of our WOLDS WAY journey started. I was nervous, excited, full of passion just to start this walk. However, the fact I'd been up since 2:30 AM and had 3 hours sleep was slightly daunting. But the little weirdo that I am, I pushed forward. The buzz of what was in front of me was enough to think, yeah, I can do this. 72 miles, absolutely fine. My little mind's always capable of doing these things. However, I didn't really think we were going to do it in 48. I really love this time in the morning when it kind of reminds me of an aged film, maybe like Rebecca, when they go back to Mandolin and it's through the hazy fog and it's so beautifully shot. And I don't know why, this weather always reminds me of that classic film with Laurence Olivier. But trekking on, it's just perfect weather for walking. I don't know if other people have imagination on these walks, but I constantly think of different scenarios, different storylines. I mean, what else are you going to do to keep walking? The little checkpoints are brilliant. The acorn, to show you how far you'd come and how far to go. Give you that little buzz to do weird little dances, or whatever you want to do. Did you know, if you're hungover, if you squeeze this onto your face, actually if you do that now, it'll put the vitamins into your pores.
Why did you say hungover?
I don't know.
What's that got to do with it? He was like, hungover, we'll put an orange on your face. I'm like, let's fucking stand on one leg and pop my head as well.
So yeah, it just revitalises you. So if like when you squeeze it, you just get those little splecks of moisture of the vitamins go into your pores. Excuse the fact that I don't remember every single time. Although I needed to remember that I needed to stretch every 1 to 2 hours just to stretch out the muscles to stop any form of injury. It's quite a wise thing to remember. Also, just to have fun. It's what you're there for. If anyone actually does know me, then they'll know that I have no fear in being an idiot, to do random, odd things. In fact, I enjoy lunch breaks so much, and just taking pleasure in odd little places, seeing sights, just things like that. Oh, and just being a downright idiot, as you can see here.
It'll do. Play it off smooth.
Ah yes, lunchtime.
Best part of the
With some interesting snacks, I guess, was a wonderful little musical interlude tutorial led by Kelt, and of course, me being a little bit of a terrible musician. Please don't listen if you don't want to. I'm not good at this.
There you are. And then purse your lips and move your tongue and stuff to change the sound.
Quite difficult, isn't it?
It's not too bad.
We are near Goodringham. I don't know how you say that. Bag feels lighter because we had lunch. And just trekking on. Let's try that again, shall we? Goodmanham? I think that's how we say it. Well, there was always going to be a time when on these journeys you're going to find that first blister, and it was just after that point when I found it. Oh well, the views kept me entertained. I must warn you, if you ever want to come on an adventure with me, this is the type of thing you'll be led to do. Strange dances, Kelt wanting to get into some weird water at any chance, and just trying to have a laugh. I mean, the moment you can take your shoes off and dance.
Ta-da!
Stretching out our legs. Oh, Jesus.
That's nice.
We're on 28.5 miles. So I feel like I've got new little legs.
Sure, Elvis.
Screw you, Elvis. 4 p.m. This was a moment when I just needed to lay down in some shade and recuperate. I'm not being funny, this was a moment where I thought, am I going to be able to do this? Once again, we hadn't decided we were going to do this in 48 hours. I thought we'd still have 72. It's just important for me to have laid down in the shade for a little bit and get out the sun.
Oh, you can do the eyebrow too.
I can't do both.
I can do it better. You've got blonde eyebrows, so the effect is there. Ah, so you bollock your kids. An eyebrow like that.
It's not, mine not work.
No, I can barely see yours. It's nice, isn't it?
Okay. Little detour to this lake. Very pleasant. Freaking now. Excuse the eye bags. So we are 6.5 miles from Huggett. And sadly we're running out of water because we haven't really found anywhere to get any water. But needs must, and hopefully there's like a little pub
with a tap that we can get. You know, though, like, still enjoying it for the first day. Not too bad. Fun games.
Easy.
We need to start to go up the nice zigzag route, or straight up the vertical. Can you guess which one we did? Freaking hell!
Definitely the vertical route.
Whew. Might have sworn a few times up that hill. Oh, Jesus.
As nighttime drove in, the mist crept along the wolds, and having an imagination like I do, where at first thought seeing this, where's the werewolf, the American werewolf in London film. But you know, one foot in front of the other. My first 17 hours of walking, I made 42 miles in total, sweaty, tired, hungry and aching, but the difference was I wanted to push myself forward. Once again, me and Kelt hadn't agreed that the fact we would do it in 48 hours, but knowing myself, I could do 40 in a day. What would be another 40 if I could push myself? I knew I stopped at 10:30 p.m. to sleep and rest, and I knew the day ahead was going to be tough. I just wanted to prove to myself that this is what I was going to do. I had so many people in the past who told me I wasn't strong enough to do something, I wasn't good enough, I had self-doubts, and I just thought, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this for myself and show myself I'm strong enough. Even if I'm tired at this moment, it'll be a wonderful experience and I'll be so happy at the end. Don't ever let yourself doubt your own strength. Keep going, keep focused. It's so worth it. "7:30 a.m. My apologies. The first part of the morning, I didn't really film very much. I was trying to regain my focus, my strength. I was kind of out of it, if I'm going to be honest. So, we started the journey, going through the wonderful mist once again. It was lovely and cool. But yes, once again, I'm sorry that I didn't really film very much. I just really wanted to get on track and get focused. We hit one of the checkpoints and I thought I just need to sit down. I really need to get my head back in the game. If we're going to do this for another 2 days, I really need to just sit down and stretch. I wasn't fully sure I was going to be able to make it at this point. There was some self-doubts creeping in. So this is what I did. Stretched it all out and refocused back my mind. Mind over matter, remember. Mind over matter.
So this morning we've now made it onto the track. So we did like 8, 9. No more than that. We started at 7:30. It's now 10:30. So 3 hours. We're now on the way to. My brain's gone, so I'll probably interject that here. Yeah, I'm feeling quite tired this morning, but I'm not surprised. I did 42 miles yesterday. So I think today's going to be a bit more of a chill day. Fingers crossed. I'll liven up soon. I hope. myself. 29 miles to go. I can't do anything funny anymore, my body's cripples.
Broken in.
Broken in. Alright, sod it, let's go.
I think those checkpoints really helped boost my confidence. Then we only had 29 miles to go, and then walking through all the different visuals from farmland, farm buildings, woodlands, lovely paths, just kind of like boosts your energy back up, makes you feel happy. And also knowing that 12 o'clock was on the horizon and lunch break wasn't too far away.
Good energy boost. I love lunchtime.
And here is a little moment where clearly my mind wasn't quite in focus. Utter fail.
We're doing interest this.
Hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow. Somewhere in the grave.
Well, I seem to have got some energy back. I want peanut butter flatbreads and my homemade vegan flapjack, I think, does the trick. It's all that dried fruit and peanut butter, burst of energy, so I'm going to try and keep this going as much as possible. And I drank a ton of water because there was a water tap. So, fingers crossed, let's see how today goes. The morning was a bit sluggish and a bit painful. Now all my cramps are like gone. I'm just gonna roll with it.
I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
There are some wonderful little break spots on this trip. You can sit down, relax, have some water, have a snack, and just revitalise yourself before the next journey. They are completely dotted all along the way, so you no need to just sit on the floor in a field. There's actually some wonderful places to stop and rest.
What I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In a moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return.
So, if any of you that wants to come on the WOLDS Way, maybe pick the alternative route to the campsite, because one of the ways isn't greatly signposted and it makes you feel like you've just entered the hills of ice. Bit weird. weirdest place. So yeah, you get to one point and if there's a woodland and then you go through the gate and then you're like, oh, do we go left or right? And there's no signs. That's the woodland.
So we did have to stop in this village. I really needed to recuperate. I was in a lot of pain at this point with my muscles, and Kelt kept calling me Elvis every time I stopped and then started walking again. I cannot tell you the importance of doing this over and over again. It's so worth it. He went and found us some water to top up our cartons, and I just stretched as much as possible.
So we had to stop in this village because we needed to get some water, and I needed to refuel, have some protein, have a couple of oranges, get some water. I was starting to cramp up, and I realised when I'm dehydrating I really badly cramp up and it's just not worth it. So just stretched out, just stopped at this little pub that's maybe not open at the minute. Yeah, just having a little break, and it's 4 o'clock now. I'm going to try and get to Filey, but it's another like 20 miles and I'm not sure that we will do it in that time, so we'll see.
On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Okay, that's enough. Nobody needs to hear me sing. So this was the moment me and Kelt decided we can do this in 48 hours. We're just going to walk through the night. Oh, I just had to focus, regain my strength, think, yes, you know what, I can do this and we can do it. Not a problem. Just having to take a bit of a breather there. So this is on the way to Sherburn, and we just started running because why not?
Why walk down hills? Bloody well run.
Actually, it was great. Only lasted about 1.5 miles, but it was such an energy boost.
Mind over matter. Mind over matter.
This is on the way to Ganton. I think we were only about a mile away at this point. And you know what? I was just enjoying everything around me. Had a bit of a boost, had some cashew and cranberries, and my happiness had regained. I was thinking, yeah, we can do this. It's not that bad. Just one foot in front of the other. And of course, Kelt playing some wonderful little musical tunes on the way. I still can't play that damn thing. Just not for me, I'm afraid.
Nearly there. Hopefully by 10:30. 12 miles left of the WOLDS Way, and we've been thinking it's 10 miles for the last hour and a half. Oh my god, but we are going to make it before 12 o'clock, and I think I'm certain of that.
We'll get it done.
An honest moment. I actually thought I don't want to do this anymore after seeing that 12-mile sign, but Kelt told me I was strong enough to do it and that we would. And as you can see, 9:15 PM at night, got my little jumper on and just dancing away. Yep, we've got this. Under 48 hours we can do this, we can. I don't actually remember how many miles we were at this point. Maybe about 9. But every step seemed to take hours. I don't know why.
It's round 2 of a American Werewolf in London. It's very nice though, like, not being funny, I prefer this than that heat. Just hope there's no werewolves. I have to hope they get kelt first.
So it was starting to get dark, we were starting to get tired, we were definitely trying to recuperate. We did another 6 miles, and at that point I thought, I just want to eat this peanut butter and lay down. 3 miles from Filey, I said stop. I looked at a field next to us and I said I'm going to go lay down in there. And actually Kelt agreed. We wanted to enjoy the last 3 miles to Filey, and we wouldn't have been able to do that if we'd carried on, because every single mile up until the point we stopped just seemed to take forever. Our little feet seemed to just be so crippled. So yeah, we just went and laid down. I didn't sleep, but it was just enough to just regain some strength for the last push.
En route still for 48 hours. We just had a lay down in a field between 2 piles of
2 big heaps of
manure.
shite.
Yep.
When you got to sleep, you got to sleep.
I didn't sleep, I just had to rest my poor muscles. Kelt slept.
Yeah, I was out at the light.
Just on the floor, just head down, no messing. So, back en route, last 3 miles.
Every step we took, our little bones were really painful, but knowing that we were counting down those last 3 miles gave me so much happiness and so much joy. Any sign I saw for Filey, I knew that we were close. Under 48 hours, I knew it. I knew that we could do it, and it made me so pleased that my feet and my body and my bones and my mind pushed me to get to that.
Running the final.
And I ran. I honestly saw that sign and ran, and I think anyone else would do the same.
steps. 48 hours.
A bit more than that because we rested
Yeah,
up.
because we like our detours, don't we? So probably more than that. But well worth it. Time to go for a swim, I think. Well, me anyways, I don't know about you.
No, I'm good. I have achieved 81 miles in 47 hours. That's absolutely ridiculous. From the first day, starting at 5:30, and I finished it at 42 miles at 11 PM and then rested. And then back on the trail at 7:30 the next day. And then at 12:45 last night, I just had enough. I hit a wall and I just needed to lay on the floor and just try and sleep. I didn't sleep, but it was just resting my body. And then at 3:30 we packed up everything and then just got here, and it's beautiful. It's so nice to sit and it be refreshing, and I'm just so happy. I look an absolute state, but I'm so pleased. Kelt's just having a swim in the sea. There's no way I'm going in the sea. Yeah, anything is achievable. I know
Thinking I had 72 hours to complete this hike, and in truth I knew my heart I wanted to do it in 48 hours. Leading by my heart and my passion to push myself, I completed that goal, making 81 miles in 47 hours, and I'm so proud of myself and Kelt. I've had years of feeling like I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't strong enough, I made myself feel insecure by others and my own uncertain emotions. Well, not anymore. I completed this hike and I'm so happy. There are always going to be obstacles placed in front of you, but I know now how to work around them in a positive mindset. Nothing will scare me off. This WOLDS Way challenge was the first of many that I want to complete, and I hope I can do more.